Hello guys, it's Tank Master Odoamne and I'm here to talk to you guys about Cho'Gath. Cho'Gath is a very buffed champion since the last patch, and quite honestly he's really broken, so you guys should play it wherever you can. Top lane, jungle, mid lane, even AD carry. At some point you will be able to carry. The goals you have for early game as Cho'Gath are pretty much just to survive, because your scaling is pretty good. Most of the melee matchups should be pretty good for you, so you can look to play those aggressive, but against ranged matchups you should look to just survive and sustain off your passive, because your passive at level 1 gives you 20 health off of each minion, so even if you get chunked on the first wave, if you manage to hit everything, you'll get 120 health. In the mid game, your goal should be just to keep farming up, be a sideline pressure, because you still cannot lose 1v1 at this point. Your mid game is pretty strong, and even if you gank, maybe you can just eat someone, and even if you die you can trade 1 for 1, but your goal should just be get your 6 stacks off of minions from your passive, and that should be what you should be aiming for. In the late game, this is your time to shine pretty much, because right now you'll be really tanky and your ulti can pretty much one-shot the enemy AD carry, the enemy mid laner, or if a tank decides to trade with you, you can just eat him for half his HP, so nice job there. The key core items a Cho'Gath player should have are Righteous Glory, because it gives you CDR. CDR is pretty good on Cho'Gath. It helps you with your gap closing issues, and it also gives you HP and armor, so that's pretty good if you're facing AD matchups top lane. And honestly, what isn't it like super cool when you're as big as the whole map and you can just run at the whole team? That's pretty cool. A second item against a team that's stacking AD damage, you can go Iceborne Gauntlet or Frozen Heart, or even Warmog's Heart is pretty good because it gives you CDR and it makes your ulti deal a lot more damage. And if you're playing against a team that's stacking AP damage, then you can look for Spirit Visage or you can look for Adaptive Helmet. Both of these are good because they give you HP, MR, and they also give you CDR, which is really important for you. And as third item, you should always look for Gargoyle Stoneplate no matter what, because that item is a huge spike in your damage, because the thing that makes Cho'Gath broken right now is the fact that you can just poke Gargoyle in front of 3 people and you get 15,000 HP, and then you just eat someone for pretty much half their HP or their whole HP. The key matchups for your lane are pretty much split in 2, ranged matchups and melee matchups. Most of the melee matchups you should win if you stack E and you always look to use your E to trade with them instead of just pushing. Pushing is also really good, but then they can all in you, but your early game is pretty strong, so you should always look to try to hit the enemies with your E and push at the same time. So most melee matchups, they cannot trade with you, because if they decide to trade with you, you'll just lifesteal off of every wave. You have 20 HP off of every minion, so even if he gets a good trade off of you level 1, you can just push the wave and then you will be full HP again, and he cannot sustain that HP back. That's the thing with Cho'Gath right now. No matter what trade you get on him, he'll just sustain back, so you either all in and kill him or you will lose. So try to keep that in mind. And against ranged matchups, if you're scared, you can start Door and Shield and just E-max again and just try to push, because early game you can most likely push against some ranged matchups, because Door and Shield and your passive will make them waste time attacking you. As for melee matchups, I would say you can do Doran's Ring in matchups which you consider are gonna be good for you, because you don't need the Doran Shield sustain. But if the matchup you think is too hard, then you can just do Doran Shield again. So an important thing about Cho'Gath is getting your ultimate stacks off of minions, but I would just recommend not using it in lane to show. Try to go in your jungle and say you use ulti on the Gromp, because ulti on a minion or monster does more than 1000 damage, so it's a lot easier to just clear a camp fast. So say you just push your lane really fast and then you can go in river and eat the crab, and that will give you a free stack really fast. Or you can go in your jungle and eat a monster camp, and that gives you a free stack pretty fast. I think this is good because it just gives you more gold overall and gives you more XP as well, because you're taking jungle camps at the same time. In lane, you shouldn't try to show that much that you're using your ultimate. If you still have kill pressure over him, you should probably try to save your ultimate, but as soon as they see you using your ultimate, your kill pressure will be gone, because your ultimate has 80 seconds cooldown, so that will be a big window for them to just not be scared of you trying to eat them. I think Cho'Gath is a really busted champion, and I think he will be nerfed soon, but until the point he gets nerfed, you guys should just abuse it and try to eat everyone on the map. Also, I'm a coach at Gamer Sensei, so if any of you want to book a lesson, head on to gamersensei.com and I'll be up for scheduling.